Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. We've got these videos attached to each other, but I think they'll take them and separate them and stuff. That was a long day yesterday. Woo-hoo-wee. I hope this finds you all well and happy and healthy and getting that way anyway. And still got a lot of problems out there we got to get a hold of and get people cleaned up and feeling good and get their joys back and turn the place around here. So I'm going to continue to try to catch up. We had another no-show this morning. It's okay when they call in and cancel a few days ahead of time, but when they just don't show up for their appointment, it's kind of rude, I think. But not like medical doctors where they overbook and you have to wait an hour, 2 hours just to get 15 minutes. We spend 2 hours basically with a new appointment. Sometimes we've sent up to 4 or 5 hours depending their problems and where they flew in from and stuff like that. So not the same kind of thing as going into a room in 15 minutes and collecting $100. Chiropractors do the same thing. They can become money-making machines. Me, I got to sit down and work with you and get you to understand what the problem is so you're loaded with knowledge and you can take a hold and get this and win this and have your health back. When you guys ask me about specific protocols for yourselves, keep in mind that I'm doing this under the health club, that we're not addressing diseases here. We have nothing to do with them. Matter of fact, let's give them all back to the guys that made them up. And let's go after our health issues. These protocols are for returning health to the human body again. And it will do that. A lot of you guys are proving that in front of everyone. And, thanks.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Thank you, dear. And so, as some cases are hard won. But those people that go through these hard won cases get pretty smart. And I think it's meant that you do something with your lives to help further this. It's a field that's starving for good practitioners, literally starving for good practitioners. And unfortunately, one gets excited about going to naturopathic school, and then you take a look at the naturopaths out there, and it's kind of frustrating that what you see. I see constantly naturopaths out there recommending high-protein diets and meat. These are the things that naturopaths do not recommend. Well established that dead tissue is not healthy. If you need them for some kind of psychological balance, okay, I guess. But in terms of eating it for health, that's crap. There's no such thing as eating dead tissue for health. Look at the lion kingdom, one of the unhealthiest kingdoms of them all. They stink. I mean, there's nothing healthy about it. Emotional balance, okay, I'll buy that. This was lovely. This was I don't know if it came from the YouTube, but this is the Healing Feast. A real pretty website here. I hope this is one of the YouTubers, and all of you are really kicking it up another notch, making your statement, helping people. There's millions out there that need help, so don't feel like there's a crowd, because there isn't. Lovely. Whoever made this up is cute. Not enough calories in that salad to move lymph. Had to be one of you guys. Because only my clients talk like that. Now, I want to tear this up here a little bit and get into some of these questions. I have about an hour with you this morning. And then I got to go finish Mr. Deck. This is an important question here, and this is from Debbie. And this is a brain tuber. This is, let me see. Anna Girl 99. Hey, Anna Girl 99. Listen, honey, they lied to you. When they said the tumor is cut out and won't come back, they lied to you right off, sweetheart. They don't teach what causes tumors, and therefore they don't have an understanding of the lymph system at all. And you need to ground yourself in the lymph system big time, because obviously this is the system you're having trouble with. And this is on this channel, it's going to sound like a redundant issue, but keep in mind the body's very simplistic, and this is a fluid problem that can end up and become a cell problem. and review the lymphatic tapes here. But this is a lymphatic problem. She started out with one tumor in the brain, had seizures from it, then she had it removed, and they told her it wouldn't come back, and now she's got 5 tumors and having seizures again. So this is really obviously a vital issue for you. She's on horrible medication, she said, and so this is the issue. You get focused, sweetheart, because this is something that you can't, there's nothing medically they ever had for you. A surgeon removing a tumor is nice when they are good surgeons and they remove a tumor, as long as you understand that you have to take off after what caused it. It's okay to have a surgeon remove a tumor, remove a breast if you need it, but not over needing surgery is another issue. And bad surgeries are another issue. A lot of bad surgeries out there, insane stuff. And then there's your very fine surgeons. And so, not to cut any of those guys. Surgery is, I've always been inspired by good surgeons and stuff like that, like I am a good carpenter or a good plumber. I like someone that's at the top of their field in their art, or at least they take pride in their work and what they do, and they try their utmost best to do the best they can at any given moment. That's the sign of a spiritual person, no matter what you hold in degrees. So Debbie, you've got a lot of work ahead of yourself. You got to get on a fruit, berry, and melon diet with maybe a salad at night for a while. I see you're fighting a little weight here, if that's your picture. That's your adrenal glands, of course. That sits right on top of the kidneys. And, of course, the kidneys are the drainers. So you've got to move this all the way down to this. I've never really pulled tumors out of the brain with black salve. Despite what the FDA claims about it, we don't have a lot of choices on the planet, and we're not going to let them box us in to where we have no choices. This wouldn't be good for them. So we have to use the tools that God gave us to use, and we have all rights under the Constitution to use them. So that's just in this country. Thank God we have that paper, and we just got to make our political people uphold that rules, those laws. Now, you've got to hit your GI tract. So you want to hit your stomach and bowels with a formula to clean them out. You want to hit a lymphatic 1 capsule. So this is what I would do if this was me. And I have to put it in that context because you're not a client. But if it was me, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off after my bowels. I'm going to clean them and get the lymph moving in them. I'm going to take off after my adrenals. I'm going to take off after my kidneys. I'm going to really hit my lymphatic system hard. 1 capsule, and I'm going to take 1 liquid to move that lymph. I'm probably going to do lymph node 2 right off. Real strong formula on the lymphatic system. Got to clean up the gut because of the relationship of your GI tract to your brain. You just got to get that, even though we're dealing in the lymph system and the kidneys and the adrenals. That's really key. If you want a clean liver or anything else, definitely kill parasites. Stay on Parasite M or something. Definitely do that for a few months. I'd say on Parasite M for a couple of months there. You want on our antispasmodic for seizure control. Antispasmodic is for seizures and tremors and things like that, spastic conditions. I probably would pack up my parathyroid a little bit, do the Calma Plus, just so you're getting calcium utilization to help control seizures. Got some CalMega in there to help control that. So these are antispasmodic minerals actually, but in reality the herbal antispasmodic is the way to go with that. Really want to move lymph. Very, very, very important that you do that. And I would think that you're going to hit some fasting issues. You're going to hit some grape fast, lemon fast. Look at one of our YouTubers that are on 200, a 7th month of a fruit fast. She's not even hungry. She feels good. It's perfect. You might not go that far, honey, but you're going to have to do some of fasting with fruits or something to help pull this out, because you're in trouble and you want to get on the other side of in trouble. And that's moving your lymphatic system. They should have told you that in the beginning, but they do not understand that system. And I can't imagine anyone being in the health world without understanding the lymphatic system to some degree, at least some friggin' degree. So you get right with it, sweetheart. Call here if you have to. I'd suggest you call and make an appointment and get under the care here or something if you can afford it. and have us work with you, because you got a road to hoe and you got to get with it, dear one. This another one is a comment. The doctors don't know what's wrong with me. I've been going insane. They say it might be endocrine gland problems, but they just look at me and think I'm making things up. Classic MDs, obviously, classic medical thinking. I don't know why they became so constipated. They don't have the ability to fish and to go hunting and understand and correlate the nervous systems with the adrenals and the nervous systems with all these type of symptoms. But you're very neurological here, it's obvious. Blood pressure spikes, feeling of doom after eating, pulse spikes, teeth pain, lower back, shoulders, stiff episodes where I really do think I'm not going to make it, can't move my body except for my feet. Sometimes I'm really cold, start shivering. Man, oh man, it's been rough. Okay, so couple things. You really want to clean up. I mean, you're going to head after your lymph system. Same thing as the brain tumor. You're going to head after this lymph system, because the lymph system, no matter whether you're dealing in tumors or just inflammation or the suppression of glands and the relationship of that to, let's say, the nervous system, but this sounds a lot like the autonomic nervous system and a little bit of cerebellum going on at the same time. Definitely involved in the stomach and gut area. So you really want to get on these raw foods and stuff, but the stomach and bowel formulas, if it was me, definitely the lymphatic 1 capsule, start cleaning up my gut. Definitely at the same time you're going into your kidneys and your adrenals, because your adrenals produces the neurotransmitters that runs the autonomic. This is the autonomic ganglia here, right into the solar plexus stomach area. So when you eat, you're highly inflamed in that area. You spasm that nervous system. You get reflexive chills, reflex up to the thyroid, up into the cerebellum here, and it can go back down the other way. If you have your tonsils, that's more prone to lymph problems in this area. So this is why you really want to hit the same thing. You want to hit that raw. You want to clean up your gut, move that lymph. I would take brain and nerve too, the new brain and nerve formula, strengthen that nervous system. You could take the antispasmodic as well. That's what I would do until you get over that reflex. That's a neurological reflex that you're having. Same time, you got to drain your brain. I ear candle my ears there, take off some of this out of there, and really start moving that lymph through my body. That'd be really, really important there. Strange things like that's always the nervous system doing that, and a big neurological system in the stomach area there, and that just really shows that. They should have been able to tell you at least that much. But, you know, it's just what it is. And these are 2 good cases for you guys that are setting yourself up as practitioners. When someone throws you out stuff like that, just realize there's the nervous system in the human body, and that is a weird and wacky world right there. And it has reflexes all through the body. You can go head to toe. Check your lower back, sweetheart. It'd be kidneys. You can be swelling the lower back. Compressions, definitely go to chiropractor, have your spine adjusted and taken care of properly, and see where you are from there. But hit that raw and start cleaning your lymph system out. Clean up the guts, move lymph, etc., etc., etc. And you'll be good. And that was STR8UPBRAH. Now this is my, I have to say, Sophia, NAV, I love the Popeye. You know, I was raised on Popeye the Sailor Man. I mean, you know, in the early days, those are cartoons. I've never been a cartoon person. Never really took off into the fantasy stuff too much. Although I go to Mickey World, I am going to Mickey World. I love to go to Mickey World and camp. But Popeye, the old Popeye, the canned spinach. Can you believe that? Canned spinach. Nothing any worse than canned spinach.